So we are here with Zach today. He's been playing branded TEARLAMENTs for the past few months, or it's only been out like 1 month, right?
Yeah, about a month and a half.
Yeah, but he's been kicking our asses with it. He's been coming, topping, second, and just, you know, killing out here.
Yep.
All right, so before we start, any shout-outs or anything?
Yeah, I got some shout-outs. One to Team Set Pass, giving me this mat, giving me a lot of advice through working. Just want to give him a quick shout-out. Go check out his YouTube channel. Also, shout-out to Colby and Jimmy. Colby over there, Jimmy under the camera.
What's up? What's up, guys?
And then one more shout-out to my boy Keenan. I've been taking a break from Yu-Gi-Oh for a while. He's been feeling the burnout on it, but I hope he comes back to it. Keep it real, bud.
Very sweet. Very nice.
Alrighty, let's get started.
Let's go.
First, main deck. Not any cuts to the main deck. We're doing 3 Reinhardt, 3 Sharon,
Okay.
3 Hoff, 3 Meryl. Standard stuff. Sometimes you can cut a Meryl if you don't want to see it, but in this particular profile, you're going to want to see one of these during your mills, so you want to max out on as many of them as possible. For the one-ofs, we have Fawn of Albaz, Shadal Squamata, Beast, and Dragon. Now, Beast and Squamata is pretty standard for the draw and making wind up. Dragon, though, is I find to be very useful. Most people play one main deck, sort of back row hate, imperm, or a floodgate of some sorts. So seeing this in your opening hand with a Sharon per se, or some sort of mill strategy to beat out an anti-spell is very, very useful.
Very nice.
Comes up quite a bit. Also just increases your Shadal count in addition. So the one Fallen of Albaz, we actually are playing a reduced branded package this time. I've been only using the reduced branded package, and I've been seeing some pretty good success with it. Yes, you miss out on the destruction effective protection from the grave from the quick play spell, but it works out anyway. Usually comes as a surprise. We're doing King of the Swamp, 3 King of the Swamp.
Very nice.
This package I think is very underrated in Tier Element, considering it's an Aqua. It serves the same purpose as Nessie. Gets you that +1 for polymerization for the Guardian Chimera, which is in our extra deck. So just move these out of the way. Move on to the spells. So we got 3 of the field spell.
Of course.
3 Branded Fusion.
All right.
For the one-ofs, we have 1 Instant Fusion, 1 Galaxy Cyclone for the main deck mine out, or any floodgates. We got 1 Poly for King of the Swamp target. We got the Terraforming, Search Field spell, Foolish for anything. Called by, of course, and the 1 Fusion Substitute, which is in addition to a King of the Swamp search, is a Mystic Mine out in itself as well, comboed with the field spell.
Sweet.
And then we got some 3-ofs for the spells. For my tech cards choice, 3 Super Poly,
All right, yeah.
and 3 Dark Ruler. I think these are like mainstays of this format in particular. I don't know why they didn't hit Super Poly to limited or semi-limited on the ban list, but it's still there, so it's still good.
Hey man, good for you, dude.
And the traps, we got the 1 Sulic, which is non-negotiable, and I do believe Meta Noise is the one that I play. Crime is a very good one. It's actually in my side deck. I use that for an evenly out going first. Predicting that somebody will side an evenly matched is a very popular card at the locals and this format. So that's about it for the spells.
Very sick. Very nice.
Alrighty, so in this extra deck, we have 1 Time Thief Redoer, the only non-fusion monster in the extra deck. While the Danger Tier Elements is very popular right now, I haven't used any of those cards yet. I have tested with them, they're very strong. But the Redoer definitely, for this particular profile, is mandatory. You need something to do if your Branded Fusion doesn't go through, or if you don't see it in your opening hand anyway. We have 1 Mud Dragon of the Swamp, Super Poly target. In addition, it prevents targeting of your dark monsters in particular, which is what the deck's based around. Also is a rank level 4, so to go into Redoer. 1 Invoke Kaliga, same purpose for going into Time Thief Reader, except this is usually on your opponent's turn. If you hit a King of the Swamp and a Tier Element off of it, say a Hoffiness trigger, when your opponent normal summons and activates a monster effect.
Oh, very nice. Sweet.
The second King of the Swamp target, we have Millennium Eyes Strict. Just fantastic card, no complaints. You can get it off of Instant Fusion if you're going first or going second. Baits and negate almost pretty much every time. They have to respond to it. We have the 1L Shadal Winda. I can't say much other than that it's pretty broken.
Other than you can only special summon once.
Yeah. Yep. You've used your 1 special summon this turn. We have 2 Tear Elements Kit Callus. 2 is pretty standard. Standard card. You can summon it off of Instant Fusion, destroys during the end phase, don't forget about that. Another Super Poly target. In addition, we have Garura.
Very nice card.
Yeah, very useful. Super Poly obviously can't be responded to. Gets you a free +1 in any situation, and I find that the double damage ends up coming up quite a bit, more than people expect. So for our branded package, we have 1 Mirror Jade, 1 Lubellion, and Alvalentis to send off of the Mirror Jade. You cannot summon Alvalentis in this deck normally, but when you send it off the Mirror Jade, it's very, very useful. You can search Instant Fusion, Poly, or your Fusion substitute off of it, which, you know, you can fit any situation. Usually I search Instant Fusion, as that is really good follow-up with just summoning a Kit Callus straight up. We have some more Super Poly targets, but also main deck targets. The 2 Predator Jayco, you are able to fusion summon these using each other, so you just swap places, going back and forth between the extra deck and the main deck. Lots of people can't really figure it out, so two Predator Jayco if they don't have anything like a Dark Ruler.
I mean, that hurts a lot of folks, man.
Yeah, Sprite, looking at you.
Yep.
We got our 1 Tear Elements Kaleido Heart. This is the boss monster of the deck. I'd consider playing 2, but this one seems to do the trick. Also, this deck is extremely tight on extra deck space. And in addition to that, we have our 1 Poly target with Guardian Chimera. This is the game ender, truly. People do not expect it. Usually when you activate King of the Swamp in your hand, your opponent's thinking, well, I could activate a negate here and stop it, but in reality, they're going to probably let it go through, and as long as you keep the materials in your hand and on your field, for the Guardian Chimera, you're going to get some huge payout when they negate your, say, Rhino Heart normal summon, or negate your summon from your Sharon, summon to field mill. They negate that with an Ash, you're off to the races if they haven't negated your King of the Swamp.
Very sweet. Alright.
And then we have the side deck here. We have 3 Ghost Belt. These are the only monsters, only main deck monsters I play. Great hand trap, stops DD Crow from your opponent to your field. Also is good in the mirror match against Tear Element, stops their plays as well. So I find that just playing this over DD Crow is definitely great. We have the 3 Forbidden Droplet. This is a going second, or going first sort of negate. I'll usually side out Dark Ruler for this, as that is the card that, you know, doesn't really do much going first. But Dark Ruler in the main is definitely the way to go for that. We got triple Cosmic Cyclone, need more outs to the mine, or back row decks. This just seems to be the best one. Outs Eldritch cards like nobody's business. Definitely want to see 3 Cosmic. In addition, we have a tech for Tear Element mirror matches. The Mass Change into Masked Hero Dark Law.
Spicy, okay.
Yes, the Banish is going to be key. I really would like to play this in the upcoming format when tier is going to be almost tier 0 if you
tier 0,
yeah. Basically, not tier 1.5 minimum. But this is a great card going against Tear Elements. The discard cost is going to be pretty insane as the Shizu stuff triggers off of discards. So playing this as a tech card is going to be really great if you can fit the room in your side deck for it.
Very nice.
In this one, we also have 3-dimensional barrier. This is great against synchros. That's what this is targeted against. Any deck that sort of synchros or XE summons, this is definitely the card to hit for that. See lots of this in PK or similar decks like that. Fish is another one that you can side into this as well. And then usually I actually only play 1-dimensional barrier, or sorry, 2-dimensional barrier in the side deck. I play the 1 Tear Elements Crime to swap out for the Meta Noise. This is great for stopping evenly matched, and it also is just an Omni, so you can stop pretty much anything of your choice, but try and keep it until you're pretty sure they aren't going to the battle phase.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, that's about it.
Very awesome. Hey, thanks so much for sharing your deck profile,
Yeah,
man.
thanks.